Last episode. At exactly 3:17 a.m., Emily heard the footsteps outside her bedroom door. Not above her, not distant, close, waiting. She didn't open the door. She couldn't. Tonight, she does. Welcome back to Flow Speak Studio. This is not about memorizing vocabulary. This is immersion. Listen to the pacing, the physical sensations, the subtle changes in perception. Because fear doesn't always scream. Sometimes it reorganizes the room around you. Take a slow breath, and let's continue. Emily stood in front of the bedroom door for a long time. Her hand hovered near the handle. The hallway outside was silent now. Too silent. Not empty. Contained. Her pulse beat against her fingertips. She told herself something simple. If I open it and nothing is there, this ends. Rationality. Proof. Control. She turned the handle slowly. The metal felt colder than it should have. The door opened. The hallway light flickered once, then stabilized. Nothing was there. No movement, no shadow, just the long corridor stretching toward the elevator. She stepped out carefully. The floor creaked under her weight. Normal creaking, not rhythmic, not deliberate. She exhaled. See, she told herself. Stress. That's all this is. But as she looked down the hallway, something caught her attention. The wall across from her apartment looked different. Subtle. Almost imperceptible. She walked closer. Apartment 408. The number looked newer than the others. Shinier. As if it had been replaced recently. Her eyes moved slightly lower. The paint around the doorframe was uneven, like something had once been removed or sealed. Her skin prickled. She stepped back toward her own door. Apartment 407. She glanced at her metal number plate. For a second, she had the distinct impression the number wasn't 407, but 408. She blinked. It was 407. Of course it was. Her breath slowed. You're overtired. That's all. She returned inside, locked the door, checked it twice. At 3:29 a.m., she finally lay down again. Sleep didn't come easily. When it did, it wasn't deep. It was fragmented, heavy. And then, she was standing in her living room. But the apartment looked older, the walls darker, the wooden floor scratched. She walked toward the hallway, but the hallway was shorter, compressed, and at the end of it, there was a narrow door that didn't exist in real life. A narrow door, unmarked. She approached it, and from behind it, 3 slow knocks. 1, 2, 3. Drag. She woke up instantly. Her heart was racing. Her sheets tangled around her legs. The digital clock glowed. 3:17 a.m. But she had already checked the hallway. She had already opened the door. Why did it feel like she hadn't? Her mouth felt dry. Her jaw ached as if she had been clenching it. She sat up slowly. The bedroom door was closed, exactly how she left it. The hallway light outside her apartment flickered faintly beneath the doorframe. Then she heard it again. Not outside, not above, inside the apartment. A step, near the living room. Her body reacted before her thoughts did. Her breathing became shallow. Her shoulders locked. She stayed still, listening. The second step followed. Closer,
Not hurried, not aggressive, intentional. She slid out of bed carefully. The floor felt colder under her feet. The third step dragged again, soft, controlled. She stepped into the hallway. The living room was dark, but she could sense the dimensions of it. Every corner, every piece of furniture. The sound had stopped. She reached for the light switch, turned it on. Nothing. Everything in place. Still, but something was wrong. The couch had shifted slightly, just a few inches, toward the center of the room. Her stomach didn't drop this time. It twisted. Not fear, recognition, like seeing something you've seen before but don't remember when. The next morning, she measured the hallway, from the wall to the couch, from the couch to the window. She wrote it down. Precise numbers. Control. If something moved again, she would know. That night, she didn't sleep at all. She waited in the living room. Lights off. Clock visible. 3:14. 3:15. 3:16. Her ears rang faintly in the silence. 3:17. Nothing. Her chest loosened slightly. Maybe. A soft metallic sound. Behind her. She turned slowly. The closet door near the entrance. The handle was trembling. Not violently. Subtly. As if someone had touched it from the inside. Her throat tightened. She walked toward it. Every step deliberate. When she reached for the handle, it stopped moving. Complete stillness. She opened it quickly. Inside, just coats, shoes, a box of old mail left by a previous tenant. She exhaled sharply. Her hands were shaking now. She reached for the box, opened it. Bills, advertisements, a folded paper at the bottom. She unfolded it carefully. It wasn't a bill. It was a floor plan of the building. Old, yellowed at the edges. Apartment numbers handwritten. Her eyes scanned the fourth floor layout, but something didn't align. The hallway on the paper was shorter than the real one, and between 407 and 408, there was a narrow room, unlabeled. Her pulse thudded in her ears. In her dream, there had been a narrow door at the end of a shortened hallway. Her fingers tightened around the paper. She checked the current hallway in her mind. It felt longer than it should have, stretched, distorted. She looked at the clock. 3:19 a.m. She had lost 2 minutes. She didn't remember standing there that long. The light in the hallway flickered again, this time slower, dimming, brightening, dimming, and then a soft whisper, not from outside, not from above, behind her. Emily. Not loud, not threatening, familiar. Her scalp tingled. She turned around. Nothing, but the couch had moved again, closer to the hallway, as if something had walked around it, mapping the space, studying it, or recreating it. Her breathing became uneven, and for the first time, a thought formed clearly. What if the apartment isn't changing? What if I'm remembering it differently? Her mind flashed briefly. A struggle, a raised voice, a man saying, "You're not well." Then darkness. Her vision blurred slightly. The room felt tilted, not physically, perceptually, like her sense of space had shifted half a degree, enough to feel wrong, not enough to prove. The clock blinked. 3:20. She didn't remember 3:18 or 3:19. Her jaw tightened, not from fear, from effort, holding something back,
something trying to surface. And then, 3 slow knocks from inside the wall between 407 and 408. 1, 2, 3. Drag. She stepped back instinctively. The sound repeated, not louder, closer, directly beside where her head had been moments ago. Her hand pressed against the wall. It felt solid, normal, but for a split second, she imagined another hand pressing back from the other side. Not hostile, not violent, just there. Her breathing stopped. Complete silence. And then, the hallway light outside her apartment shut off. Darkness swallowed the space beyond her door.
And she realized something else. She had never seen anyone enter or exit apartment 408. Not once. In this episode, you heard her pulse beat against her fingertips. This shows heightened awareness. Her shoulders locked. This describes physical tension from fear. Fragmented sleep. This means sleep that is broken and incomplete. The room felt tilted. This suggests distorted perception. And finally, something trying to surface. This refers to a memory or emotion coming back. Notice how fear is described physically and psychologically. That's how immersion becomes powerful. Tonight, the footsteps didn't just move. The space changed, or at least her perception of it did. In episode 4, Emily measures the hallway and discovers something impossible. Comment below, do you think the building is hiding something, or is her mind protecting her from something? Subscribe if you're ready to go deeper, because at 3:17 a.m., the walls don't always separate rooms. Sometimes they separate memories.